I wanted to start off this episode and kind of just give you some flowers while you're here. Because before you, well, maybe not say before you, before COVID, run clubs weren't really a thing.
Yeah.
No one really knew about them. Like, you had some old toppies in their 40s and stuff doing it every now and then, but it wasn't this big staple thing. And the first person I knew to like actually start one was you. And like, it just started as you and a couple guys from university doing it. And now across your 4 run clubs, 15,000 followers. And if I had to estimate, probably responsible for at least 20 relationships.
Yeah.
When you started this run club, did you ever think it was going to become this? Or were you just like enjoying some time with people? And was there like a moment where you can rewind to and kind of think back and go, this is the moment where I realized this is going to be something big?
Yeah. It's actually crazy to think about. And I think, to start off with, like, running wasn't actually really part of my life. And I think that's when, during COVID, like you said, like, I started to run because I was the only thing you could really do. I played cricket at the time. And then after COVID, I kind of put like a pause and stopped to my cricketing career. Like, I stopped playing cricket and like I found like an escape with the running, where like every minute or like every session that you put in, like, you get something out. And I wasn't really getting that same reward from cricket. And that's why like the running was like a really big thing for me. And I carried on with the running, and after that, I think there was an element missing. Like, like running is pretty much like an individual sport, like you do everything alone. But I think that's also like an old way of thinking. Like, running is like very much like an individual, you have to do it alone. And I think that's where like I found like a mismatch, where like I felt really lonely. I'm a very sociable guy. Like, I love being with people, chatting to people, and like being surrounded by people. So like running, as nice as it was, I was missing that like people aspect. And that's when like I reached out. I was like, geez, I'm not seeing my cricket mates like every like 2-3 times during the week outside of obviously varsity. I was like, nah, guys, like, let's go pull up, have like a run and catch up for the week, And that's what we did. And before you knew it, we like started a WhatsApp group, started an Instagram page, and it was basically just a thing of, like when we're old and have kids one day, to look back and be like, yo, remember when we used to do those runs and like grab a coffee? And that's basically how it kind of started. And literally now we're sitting here 5 years later, and it's probably one of the biggest running clubs in the country. Yeah.
And you're going to keep on doing it, and instead of showing your kids, you're just getting invited.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that's crazy. I mean, you talk about relationships, and it's not only like love relationships when it comes to, like people that have gotten together because of the run club, or broken up because of the run club, or whatever. Like, I think it's also a networking thing. Like, so many people, especially us, like young working class or at that stage, like varsity students, it's such an organic way to meet people either within your industry or people like outside of your industry that you'd never thought you'd meet. It's to the point where like you get to a point where you're like, yo, like, I'm looking for an apartment, and you're like, oh snap, I met a guy the other day at the run club that's in real estate. And it's become like that. And I think that's quite exciting, and it's also scary at the same time. Like, you meet a lot of people, and it's quite cool to see how organic it is, because it's not as I guess it's not, maybe some people will argue, but I guess it's a lot less, or maybe more daunting than like meeting a person in like a club setting, I guess.
It's a lot less daunting. You can actually hear them.
Yeah, 100%. You have to shout at them over the music.
Now, I'm actually going to tell you a cool story. So I think it was my last year in Pretoria. We had that one dating social run that you did.
The theme,
Yeah. And Dominic Casey, we went, both single at the time, both partook in it. I think like the color scheme was something like white if you're single, black if you're taken, red if it's complicated.
Something like that, yeah.
And Dom didn't know that black was taken. He thought it's like red is taken. And he was kind of weird. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but after every run, he had like a can of deodorant in the car, an extra t-shirt to change into.
Nice.
And he changed into a black t-shirt. And we just kind of like started joshing with him, like, no, he found love on the run and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
One of the girls he met that night is now his fiance. And they're getting engaged soon. So you're
crazy.
The success rate.
Where's actually, Dom, if you're listening, where's my invite, bro? What the hell? No, I'm kidding. Nah, it's awesome. And I think that's not only the only relationship that's formed out of it.
Yeah.
I think outside of that, it's also just your people have also discovered something completely different. Like I know in Pretoria currently, there's like a group of people that probably would have never met if it wasn't for the Run Club, and they become like the best of mates. I've met people like business partners, clients, friends, best mates, like just because of the Run Club, and and gotten opportunities to work with brands like you mentioned. And
I want to talk a little bit about the business partners part of it, because you don't pay anybody anything, and you're somehow keeping this going in 4 different locations. Some of them run by people you didn't know previously. Some currently run with people that you didn't know before the time. How do you kind of just keep it all together? How do people keep coming back just purely based on vibes?
Yeah, that's purely based on vibes is very accurate way of putting it. I think it stems back to when I first started it, and I think people also saw the amount of effort and love like I put into it for myself. Like when I first started it, of course I didn't imagine it to get to the point where it is now. But I think for me as well, I put a lot of effort into it. Like it was basically like my job. I was a student at the time. I didn't have money to spend on a run club or anything. Like I just saw an opportunity to get people together, get runs going, keep people active after a really hard time in our lives, which was COVID, and get people to meet other people. And it all stemmed back to one thing, which was like-minded individuals. And I think that's where like I met people like your Paul and your Ish and like the guys that are helping me run this thing now, and like a guy like Liam as an example. It's now become like a thing where these people that are involved share that same passion, because they were basically with me from day one, and they saw like I would be the person that would make the poster, post it, take the photos, post it, make a video straight afterwards, post it, and like check in, make sure everyone got around safely. And I didn't have a team initially, it was just me. And then it grew to a point where I was like, shit, like I can't do this myself. And I got people involved, like, hey, got my mates involved, like, hey, please will you help me up the run? Please will you just help me? This is my plan. And I had no experience of running a run club either. And I think that just grew, and then people started putting their hands up, and like Paul was one of the first people to be like, hey dude, listen, like I have this camera, would you be keen if I shoot photos? And that changed the whole dynamic of the run club, because now people are like, oh, we want photos afterwards, like this is so cool.
I think half the people show up for the photos.
100%.
Liam's photography page is just Tinder bios for people.
And that's the thing, is like now Liam, as an example, like he eventually down the line, like he was the one taking photos, and he's probably gotten so many like referrals and opportunities through his photography because of this, because his work is displayed through our running page, and now people obviously see him on the run, and now they're like, yo, I have a 21st birthday coming up and I want a photographer. Hey Liam, how's it going? Like, because they know him through, and this is what I'm trying to say. It's like we're creating the biggest, like we're creating side hustles from a side hustle. And I think that's where like people aren't doing this or trying to be a part of this community because they want to get paid a salary. Like they're doing it because they're passionate about it. They love being a part of the community, and you know, that's what it was built on. It was built on community and the love of running and people. And that's why the people associated are like that. Do
you ever think about like the future of scaling it and stuff? Because obviously now we're basically every major city in South Africa except for Durban, if you count that as a major city or not.
I guess it's major. It's pretty major.
It's all right. It's not Cape Town. But do you ever think of like plans to expand this, go international? You know, there's plenty of Sapphirs overseas.
No, I think it's of course in like, you know, I have at the moment we have like a periodic call with like myself and Paul and Ish, and like we discuss obviously things currently. We actually had a call last night as an example to like discuss the year ahead, how we want to run all 4 locations, who we're going to be putting in charge, how we are not taking a step back, but taking a step back from daily operations and empowering other people to do that. Because I think we were too involved in daily operations where we couldn't focus on, like you said, like what about expanding to an overseas location, or how do we look at getting a new location involved, or brand deals or other projects, like the bigger type of things. Like we want to shift our focus to that, and the daily operations are more the people that are on the ground. So that's kind of like where we're going at the moment. And I think it's scary. I think that's the thing is like I've also seen like a lot of videos and things come up of people that are doing run clubs overseas and abroad that quit their full-time job and went full on into this run club thing, and it's obviously been a success for them.
Yeah.
And I've
People
obviously
here as well, like
Okay.
you can think of Wade and Grace of running late.
from
Yeah.
running late. No, and it's amazing. And I'm thinking, what if I did give this thing a full go and like invested all my time and effort into this running club thing? But then again, I'm also like, damn, I'm 25.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like, damn, I'm 25. So it's a catch-22, I think. And I think not a lot of people that run clubs currently, or social run clubs currently, can say that they're 25 years old and that.
Yeah.
Well, when I started, I was 21.
Right.
And to say that they started a run club that they did when they were 21. And I think that for me, it's scary. Like this is my first proper like full-time job that I'm working currently. And like, I mean, I'm loving it. And it's kind of aligned within that. Like I'm a biokineticist, I'm working in the sporting industry.
Yeah.
And now it's like, how do I make ends meet with how do I align what I'm doing with the run club to expand it to go global, you know?
Yeah. It's funny, you could say that you're kind of acquiring clients, you know, push them too hard on the run.
No, I'll never do that. Allegedly.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that clip from the interview of Agu. If you want to come onto the podcast, remember, all are welcome. Just fill in the form in the description and we'll see if we can have you on. If you want to watch the full podcast, click on the link here. If you want to watch anything else from the channel, click on the link here. Thanks for watching, guys.